welcome back to my channel. Today is a little different, and normally I would be talking all about quilting things, and I technically am, but I have some fun things to share with you. One thing I really love to do is I love to go antiquing. I love to go to flea markets and all the things and sift through all of the stuff. That is my favorite thing to do. I know some of you do not like to sift through all of the stuff, but I love it. And recently I went antiquing with my friend Dee Dee, who also helps me out here at My So Quilty Life. And I found some awesome things that actually kind of pertain to quilting, or to me and my style and my room, and you get the picture. So I thought I would share some of those things with you and kind of go over all of my goodies, or I guess you could call it my haul, my antiquing haul. We'll call it that. I get a ton of inspiration for fabric designs, for quilt designs, for things in my life from places like this. You can find so many beautiful products and antique plates and you name it, you can find it at an antique shop. And I always get excited when I can find something that is quilty, sewing related, as well as something that I personally would love for my studio. So the first thing I wanted to show you is this beautiful spool rack. Oh, look how cute! I don't know, can you see that good? I've got my basket here, but look how beautiful. It was hanging on the wall. This was picked, I guess you could call it picking. This was picked at Centerville Pickers Mart, which is in Anderson, South Carolina, where I live. This beauty was hanging on the wall, and I spotted her when I walked in a booth, and I said, you're coming home with me. Now, my plan is to put her on a wall over in the corner of my sewing room and put all of my RFL floss threads on here. Now I have an excuse to get more. But I just really loved the shape. I haven't seen one like this before. I don't know if it came in a store or if somebody made it, but I just really love the shape, and I absolutely love the color. I have this type of wood color. I don't really know the same color. I have it on my design frames as well as other little things here in my studio. Oh, you won't be able to see it, but it's just a wood color that I really love to add pops of in my sewing room. So I will definitely have to take a picture when I get this set up. I'm kind of in the process of redoing a couple things in my studio, and once I do, I will be taking and giving a studio tour and taking new pictures of my studio. So that was the first thing that I picked. The second thing that I found at Centerville Pickers Mart is this cute Bless the Cook. Now, I don't know if you can see that from here, but this is a Sunbonnet Sue girl. So I may not love the colors. It's kind of yellow, green, and red, although it's growing on me, but I thought this was so cute. Let me show you in the top camera. Look! Isn't that adorable? It's a little Sunbonnet Sue. Now, I can imagine that maybe this came with some canisters or even a ceramic spoon. I don't know. I kind of like to go into antique shops and kind of wonder, what else came with this? But this is so adorable. So this will stay with me in my quilting room. Let's see. And I also got... This really doesn't have anything to do with quilting, but I bet some of you probably know Susan Branch. So I was in the same booth, I believe, that I got the spool rack, and this was just flipped up, and I just thought it was so pretty. So cute. I flipped through it. I absolutely love, it's a recipe book. I absolutely love the illustrations and the writing. It's all handwritten and it's so beautiful. Let me show you from the top camera. Look how pretty. And when I was flipping through it, look at that duck or the goose, so cute. But when I was flipping through it, I saw what looked like a house quilt block, and I was like, this needs to come home with me. Like, look at this index. Like, look how cute. Do you see that? Oh my goodness. I'm sure some of you have heard of Susan Branch, but this was so cute. Like, there's little cross stitches right here. Look at that house. That's like a quilt block. Oh, I just love it. Anyway, I am going to take so much inspiration from all of these illustrations, the writing. It's just so cute. So this book is called Heart of the Home with Susan Branch, and it was published in, let's see, it was published in 1986. So cute. I just loved it. I love that. I looked through it. I might make one of the recipes. I'm not sure yet. The next thing that I found, this was actually at Revival, which is an antique shop in Easley, South Carolina. So it's about 30 minutes from me. And I had an antiquing day with Dee Dee, my friend Dee Dee. We went antiquing. We went to all sorts of places. And I found the most fun booth ever. And it was filled with quilting and sewing things. I picked up a couple things from there. But you may have seen this book before. It is called Egg Money Quilts by Eleanor Burns from Quilt in a Day. And I had seen this book before at Joann's a couple of years ago. And I've been kicking myself for not picking it up because I just think it is so beautiful. And it just tells the story of her family and where Egg Money's quilt came from, as well as some fun sampler blocks to make the sampler quilt. Now, I probably won't make it, but I'm definitely going to take inspiration from it. It is so pretty. This is what it looks like. So cute. I love the colors and the quilt. And I got it for a steal. Let's see. The next thing isn't technically quilty related, but I just thought it was so adorable. Look at this little shelf. It's so cute. It has a little heart cut out. Originally, when I was going to H&H, I was actually going to be taking this for my booth. But then you all know I got sick and couldn't go to H&H. But this is so adorable. I probably will leave it the color it is and hang it in here in my sewing room and put some cute little trinkets on this shelf. So adorable. Now, the next thing I think is so fun, in that same booth that I got the Egg Money quilts, I turned and seen these cute little ceramic quilts. Those are ceramic quilts. They're little quilts by Schoolhouse, copyright Hill Design 1990. That's when I was born. So let me go to the top camera and show you. This is like little schoolhouses, little house blocks. Isn't that so darling? It is ceramic, so it is breakable. So I really love that one. And then I got this one, which is like an applique floral quilt. So pretty. Look how cute. And they're not straight or flat. They're kind of curved, as you can see right here. So I thought those were just darling too. Love those. And then I also picked up this cute fresh flower sign. Love this. It was screaming to come home with me. I don't know if you're like me, but every time I go to an antique shop, I hear all of the fun things saying, Heather, take me home. I'm kidding. You guys are going to think I'm crazy. But I do joke with my friend. I say, do you hear that? Do you hear that? They want to come home with us. So I saw this sign and I joked and said, it screamed my name and I had to have it. So I'm so excited to hang this into my quilting room. It kind of explains me fresh flowers, anything vintage flowery. I just love it. And I absolutely love this green. It's so pretty. So fresh flowers. I think this might have been hand painted at once. There's no like tag or anything, so I think somebody handmade it. So, and the next thing is I just planted a fun vegetable and flower garden, and I've been wanting like a low profile basket to pick all my goodies and my fresh vegetables with. And you know, baskets are a hit and a miss. I know there was a company probably in the 80s or 70s. You guys will know, but it's like this big brand of baskets, and those are all over antique shops, but they're like $50 to $100. And I didn't really want to spend that kind of money on a basket. So at Revival, this is still in Revival, in Easley, South Carolina, I turned the corner and I saw this basket. It was actually like hiding like this behind a trunk, and so I had to move a bunch of stuff out to get it, but I just love it. And you're probably like, okay, so you're showing me a basket, cool. You guys, my plan is to put one of my fabrics as a liner in the basket, so it'll be so cute. Look how cute. So I just have to decide. I have a beautiful, I can't share exactly what it is until July, but my beautiful new fabric collection, my 5th fabric collection, has a beautiful print that I think would look really pretty in here. But I also thought about doing one of the ginghams maybe from Sunbonnet, but just something, and I know it's gonna get all ruined with all the vegetables and stuff like that, but you can't have a basket without a cute liner, can you? And I'm just trying to be the part of a gardener and have a cute little basket. So I also picked up 2 other things that I don't have right here because they're big and they're actually in their place, but I will definitely pop up a picture. So the first is a fun quilt ladder made out of an old bed frame. It is so cute. Again, I'm gonna pop a picture up, but it is the color that I love. It's like a creamy white, and it looks vintage, it looks distressed, so pretty. It holds so many quilts. As you can see, I have folded several of my Flower Girl and Dainty Meadow quilts and put them on this cute quilt ladder, which I have never seen before. I've never seen a quilt ladder like that. I've seen the vertical ones a lot, but I've never seen one made out of an old bed. So I just had to have it, and it is in my bedroom underneath my window. And the next thing is I'm so excited about is I found a little hutch to go in the corner of my room, which I have been struggling to find something to fit there that wasn't so wide, because I do have an attic access door over there, and I still have to be able to access the attic from that, so I couldn't have any other piece of furniture to be too wide, so this was perfect. Now I am going to be painting it white. The white that I like to use is called Honey Milk. I am going to paint it that color. It's the same color as all of my bookshelves behind me. I just really love a white piece of furniture. I feel like it allows your decor to really pop, and then it makes your room feel bigger. And so I'm going to be painting it. I'm going to leave the knobs for right now as they are, because it does match the knobs on my cutting table, which is the table I use right here to film. And so I think it'll just kind of bring it all together. So I will definitely share when I get that done. I need to get that painted soon, because I actually have to take pictures of my quilting studio for a mini Moda catalog that I'm going to be in that releases with Sunbonnet. And so I wanted that area to look more cute than it does now. Right now it's just like a catch-all for everything, and I just want that to look cute with my featherweight on top, with my spools of thread. Above that is where my spool hanger is going to go. So guys, I hope you enjoyed seeing my antique haul, as I'm gonna call it. And again, it does have to do with quilts, and it all has to do with my quilting studio. So I thought it'd be so fun to do a video and show you guys. I am gonna be going to more antique shops soon because I love them, and I wish I could take everything home with me, but I might be able to just start taking pictures of some things to show you guys some cool stuff. So I hope you enjoyed seeing all my goodies. I will see you next time. Bye guys.